Configurations will start with the first and foremost thing that we have in the configuration is about the company. So configurations, SAP finance configuration is the most important configuration in the entire software, because this is where the actual configuration start. So today we'll understand about a concept of company, and second one is company code. Now what is company in finance is from the SAP point of view. From the SAP point of view, terminology is company is something which can be a brand. I'll give an example of BMW. BMW can have its company in US, India, or Europe, wherever it is. But wherever it is, it will have the same brand called BMW. But whereas company code is legal entity. Now, if BMW want to establish their company in a particular country, for example India, they have to abide with all the laws of India. Okay, so they have to maintain a legal entity called BMW India, or whatever name that they would like to go with. Okay, so this particular BMW India happens to be a legal entity. Now when we are doing the configuration, company is not mandatory, but company code is mandatory. Company code will always suggest the legal entity. Okay, so in our case it's BMW India. Now what we will do is, like, if you have to configure, we have to have a technical name. We have to have a technical name for the company and company code. So what I would do is, like, I will go ahead with a particular name. For a technical name would be something like BMW International. Okay, BMW International is a technical name for company, and then company is something like BMW I, just BMW I. So what happens here is, this can be of only 4 characters. This will be of 4 characters, and this company can be of 6 characters. 6 characters. This can be the technical name. The technical name should be something like this, and we cannot have more than 4 characters for the company code. So now let us configure the company and company code both, and we'll try to link them also. So linking also will be having. So we'll link. Okay, that is something which we'll do. So let us go ahead and go ahead with. So the first and foremost thing that we have to do is, we have to go with a transaction code called SPRO. SPRO is the transaction code where we are going to do this process. Okay, transaction code. This is called transaction code. As of now, you can just understand this as a transaction code is something which you can understand it as a something like a website link kind of thing. Okay, this is what we have, SPRO. So we'll go with SPRO transaction, and then we'll go ahead with and do the configurations there. So I'll go with SPRO, enter. So I need questions in the last or at the beginning. Okay, not in the middle. Okay. So we have got this one, and we have got this. So I'll go with SPRO transaction, and in this, when I go to the SPRO transaction, we need to click on this SAP reference IMG. No matter which module, whether it might be finance, manufacturing, or sales, any configuration will start with this SAP reference IMG. So then we need to go ahead and open the enterprise structure. So this is the enterprise structure. In the enterprise structure, we'll have the definition part. In the definition part, we'll have the financial accounting. In the financial accounting, we'll have something called define company. Now what are we going to do is, let's first go ahead and create a company, and then we'll go ahead with the company code as well. So define company, I clicked on define company, and now I'm clicking on new entries. Okay. In the new entries, I'll give it as something like BMW IN, okay, international, BMW international, and then we have got this BMW international. Okay, and then we have got this as a global. So we go for this one as, so we can give all these details if at all if we have, but right now we'll go for save India, and then we'll go for new request, then say save, say okay. Okay, so this data got saved. So what is happening is that request number whatever we have, that one will be that one I'll explain you. So I told you about the transport request, I'll discuss that later, but right now we'll go ahead with the concept of BMW, and then we have got this back. Now we'll go with edit company, edit copy delete check company code. So this is a mandatory thing, company code is mandatory. So I will go for this one and go for copy delete check company code or edit company code. So I'll go for edit company code, and I'll click on new entries. In the new entries, I'll give it as BMW I. As I told you, it can have only 4 characters, it cannot have more than one, and this 4 characters whatever we have in the company code should be unique. Okay, so it should be unique. I'll go for this BMW India, and then I'll go for this city as say Delhi, and then we have got this country as India, currency as INR. So these are mandatory, currency is mandatory, and now English language also will give it as English, save. So can we give title as Mr. So this is a new request, we can save it in the same request, or we can create a request. If you want to create a request, we need to click on this and new request. So as I told you, new request for save, say okay, and now it's saved. Now what are we going to do is, now it's once it's been saved, we can go ahead and link that. So now this happens to be a legal entity, and all our configurations that we are going to do in the future will be based and linked to company code, not to the company. Okay, so it will always be company code. Now we have got this definition part, and then we have got the assignment part. So in the assignment part, we'll have something like financial accounting, and this assign company code to company. So we need to select this, and in this we'll go with the position, and I'll check for BMW I, say okay. And for BMW I, there is no company, so we'll just give the name as BMW INT and save, enter, say okay. Now it got saved successfully. So we have successfully created the company with a technical name called BMW INT, and we created a company code with the name BMW I, and then we assigned this company code to company. This is what we have done. So this is something which we need to understand, and also do this in the practice session, so that like you will get the actual understanding of it. Okay, this is the first basic starting of configuration.